Hi, everyone. How are you? Welcome back to the 25 Days of Design. I am Julia Kelleher, and today we were supposed to talk about shooting vignettes, but unfortunately, my assistant Beth, who I need to help me photograph me while I'm shooting vignettes, she had a big project come up at work. So, unfortunately, that is not going to take place today. So, I'm actually have come up with something a little more fun that I can work with you this morning. I'm going to show you what I've been struggling with. And I know everybody struggles with this, and that is album design and creating albums that have hierarchy in your product line. And of course, the 5-day perfected product line challenge is coming up, and we're going to go over this in depth there. But I wanted you to get a taste. I'm going to cut all my notifications here. Don't disturb. Um, I'm going to help you through this in the product challenge is what I'm saying, but I am switching over all of my albums to the Graphy Studio line. And so I'm starting to design samples so I can get them in time to show you during the challenge. So let me share my screen and I'll kind of walk through what I'm doing. So I wanted to make an album out of this session. It's one of my favorite sessions of the year. I just love its light, fresh feel, and it's very branded to my studio. So I thought, well, okay, I'll try it with this one. Well, in looking at Graphy's stuff, I'm going to be turning this into a Go book. And I have my hierarchy set. I spent some time on the phone with customer service from Graphy, and they were amazing and helped walk me through different price points, cost of goods, how I could create that hierarchy. And in thinking through all this, I've decided that one of my upper to middle of the road albums will be the Go book. And it's going to be a 30-page book, 12 by 8, with a photo cover. So in Pro Select, what I've been doing is setting up my book designs, etc., so I can create this. And then in Photoshop, I'm currently working on the cover. So what I did was is I went up to set up book designs and I made the 12 by 8. Oh, it doesn't need to be a copy. That can get saved. There we go. And I looked at the different specifications for the book in Graphy Studio on Graphy Studio's website. So I just got up the Go book specifications, and if you scroll down here, you can see all their measurements. So they tell you the page and bleed size and all that. So I plugged those numbers into Pro Select here, so I can make an album around those dimensions. And now I know that Graphy has a cover. So the Go book has a beautiful photo cover. And so I got the specifications for that. And I'm plugging that into Photoshop so I can make a standard template to install into Pro Select. So this is kind of advanced stuff, but basically I have created this, what will be back here is a photo. And then I wanted to create her name on the cover with her birth date on it. So now I just made this as an empty layer, but this is in the specifications. So if we look up image size, you can see when I put inches, this is the specifications of the Graphy cover for that size Go book, for the 13 by 9 Go book. Excuse me, did I do that wrong? I did that wrong. I might have made this the wrong specifications, but that's okay. We'll play with it anyway. I think I was looking at the Young book 13 by 9 instead of the Go book, which is 12 by 8. So let's see if we can fix that. So Go book 12 by 8, 13.07 by 10.51. Maybe I do have that right. It's just odd because it's the cover, probably because it has to bleed over and fold around. And in inches, yep, I do have that right. Okay, so I am good. It's just because of the fabric folds over, so don't be fooled by sometimes that can be quite challenging to work with. You know how it is. It's always crazy. Um, let's see. Someone asks, do you, I'm not sure who this is, so, but that's okay. Do you give options for clients to pick the font for their child's name? I will have a boy font and a girl font, but no, not at this level. So this is one of my middle of the road albums. So they won't be able to pick this on this particular album. But in my Young book, which is going to be the higher line, yes, they will get some customizations options. So I went ahead and saved that. So now I'm going to go into Pro Select and add this as a template, a custom template inside Pro Select. So I'm going to go up to Templates, Edit Templates. I'm going to put this in my Jewel Images product line templates, and I'm going to go ahead and add a new template. Okay, so I'm going to title this Go Book 12 by 8 cover, so I know that's what it is. And then the width is going to be, it's going to be a composite type, so I don't even really have to worry about the width at this point. Because I'm going to import the image, and that'll be what it is. I am going to fix the size, so you can't like change the size of it ever. And now I'm going to import that into my ProSelect. So I'm just going to go ahead and find it here in my on my computer. There we go. Things are just taking a little bit longer. Studio backup. Don't do that on me. Hang on. Things are just a little slow. There we go. Studio backup. Come on. Why are we so slow? Probably because I'm broadcasting. It's complaining at me. Come on. Let's go here. What is its problem here? Hang on. My computer is really upset with me at the moment. Come on. Let's cancel this out and try again. Yeah, for some reason it's not wanting to. Wow. That is some slow action there. I wonder what's wrong. Something must be going on with my computer. Come on. What's the problem here? Is ProSelect freaking out on me? The bouncing ball of death. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's try that one more time. We're going to go to my disk station. Okay, it's just going to be slow. So if anybody has questions while I'm working on this, I'll be happy to answer. Not very exciting to watch me do this. As I can see, I understand. I don't know why. It's probably because I'm broadcasting. So let's just do one click at a time. But anyway, so I came up with this hierarchy of albums from Graphy Studio that I want to work with. So today I have to get my samples in. So I'm looking at some different sessions and, of course, designing these books inside ProSelect and creating those designs so that when I go to do it with clients, I will have everything set up and ready to go. So I don't know why. Come on, there we go. Studio backup. Okay, let's go down to Lab, Templates, and Order Forms. Come on. There we go. Graphy Studio. Hang on. Come on. And then the Go Book cover. Come on. This is what I want. 12 by 8. There we go. Open. Okay, so now ProSelect's going to open that, hopefully, without too many issues. I think it's because and then I'm going to go ahead and copy PSD file to resources because I want to be able to use that to change the text later. Because it won't always be Annadelle, right? It'll be different babies' names. So I got to make sure and copy that PSD file resources. So you can see the template has gone in, and now I just need to make the image fit that size there, and then I can save changes. And of course, it wants to. It shouldn't do that. Hang on, let's make that 10 point. What is it? 13.07. There we go. Put in that size 13.07. Apply changes. There we go. Save changes. And now I can use this template on my front cover. Okay, so I have my front cover there, and then I can just merely pick a beautiful image for the front cover that I want. Maybe we won't use that one because of covering her face. There we go. And there it is. So that's the front cover of the book. So someone asked, would you build this album with your clients during their ordering appointment? Not this one. I would let them pick the images, but I would probably save the design and the order of the images for me, for my preference, because I want things to be artist choice. Now, on the custom albums, I may actually let them have a say in the matter, but on a just a standard album like this, that's kind of just middle of the road, I would do my own design. So now I'm going to go back, and for me, this album is going to be just one template per page. So I just want a single image. Let's do singles here. There we go. I just want one image per page on this. Okay, so from here, I can just start designing. And this is the beautiful part about ProSelect, is it will help you just go through, and I'm going to just drag it into the template here and start designing the album this way. This is a beautiful image. Put that one in there as well. Maybe do this one too. and just start rolling with the design here. So maybe I'll do this one in black and white and then do it in color as well. And then that one's similar. So let's go to, let's do this one. And then we'll do this one. I like to design so that the spreads flow. So I'm always thinking about the flow in an album. So as far as her little details go, I think we'll just do her little footsies. And did I get her lips? Not sure if I got her lips on this one. Yeah, I did. Okay, her lips were very pursed, so it was tough to get them. She had tight lips. So I'm going to go ahead and crop that and then just zoom in on it. So we focus on her lips there. So ProSelect makes this really easy to, and then since we're doing a 30-page album, I think I'll do her little hands and face too. And then we will move on. So I like this black and white. Let's go to that one. We'll do that one there. And then, let's see here. This is pretty. That one, I do love the black and white, I have to say. Let's pop that black and white in. And then to match with it, we'll go with that one. And then there is one where she's smiling here. Isn't there one where she's smiling? Maybe not. Do that there. We'll do this there. We're getting to the end here, so let's do a just simple clean, and then we'll do it in black and white as well, but I'm going to zoom in on this one so it looks a little different. And we'll zoom in. Nice and close. And then move it over. It's still zooming in. Sorry about that. I pressed the button too many times. You know how it goes, right? Press the button too many times. There you go. Beautiful. I love these long, slender albums too because they just. But see how I can use the black and white in the color version of the image, and it still looks good. So that's a total cutie image because she's smiling. We'll bring in the black and white, and then this one I really love too. So I have a few extra spaces that I can run in here. Thank you. Someone said excellent. I appreciate that. Thank you. And then we will pull this one up a little bit. I think as I'm broadcasting, my poor ProSelect is sitting here going, okay, so I have a few more spreads I can fill. So I can go back up to the top and do a little bit more here. I can also do a full spread, which on some of these I do actually like to do. And I think on this version of the album, I will be doing that. So I'll do that first page as a full spread, and I might even do something like this on it. And then what I'm going to do is put her footprints and birth statistics over here on the left, kind of like I did with the client's original album. So this was an original Miller's album. And you can see here, these are the clients. This is the baby's actual footprints in the exact size. And then, of course, I put in her birth statistics there and everything. So I think I'll do this on this Graphy album as well to make that opening spread really, really kapow. So, and this will be my second to highest album. And then, of course, the clients will be able to pick their fabric on the cover and the leatherette on the box. And so this will be a more custom album. So the one down from this is going to be a Go book, but it's going to be 8x8 with only 20 pages. And then it's going to be image only on the cover. So no customization on the inside of the book. So I started designing that book already. So it's going to be an 8x8. And so the cover will just be super simple. So you can imagine it if I put these next to each other. You can imagine it a lot like this book here. So it'll just be, and I think I'm only going to have like maybe a choice of 3 fabrics for it. maybe 5. I haven't decided yet, or 4. So it'll be a lot simpler option with just a couple fabric choices and no customization or design. And it'll be square. So images will have to be cropped. Whereas with the larger book, this one, the 12 by 8, there'll be customization with the footprints. Clients will be able to pick their cover fabric, and there'll be more customization options in terms of, like, because you can, the cool thing about Graphy is that you can make the spine different from the box. So I would allow clients to do that option with the nicer version. And of course, this is a 30-page book, and the square one is a 20-page book. So I'm in the middle of designing these and trying to create a hierarchy. So my clients are incentivized to want to move up to this album. So someone asked, how do you add in the wording? Is it a PNG file? Well, with this book here, you saw me create this template down here that is, and obviously every time I show it with a client, it'll say Annadelle, but I'll be able to change that text later when I run high-res production with ProSelect, because ProSelect tells Photoshop to run just like an action. So I can actually create this and then change the text later very easily within like 30 seconds. And that's kind of the nice thing about using ProSelect for album design. And I really, that's why I'm creating these templates so that I can do that later. Now, so what I'll do with, like I did with this here on the actual album, I'll create this again as a template. As a matter of fact, I can do that now by just opening this album page and, taking off the images and, trashing that. So it just becomes a transparent background at this point. So now I'll probably make the text the same fonts as I did with, let's do this as a different font. So this is going to be, I got to move you guys out of my way here. So instead of Myriad, we're going to do, one of my brand fonts is NutraFace Text. So then her middle name is James, but that got rasterized for some reason. And then I think Annadelle might have gotten, no, it didn't. Okay, perfect. So I'll change this to my, that's a little bit big. So we'll bring that down, and then I don't want it bold. So let's take the bold off. Beautiful, Annadelle Bandy, and then we'll put James in as well. James, and then I think I'll do that in the NutraFace text and keep it on the light side and smaller. Beautiful. So we'll put that in there. Just like that. And then all these text layers and her footprints are in here as well. And I've reduced the opacity in these. Let's make sure they're both the same. So I'll put them at like 50% opacity. Beautiful. Okay, well, they look a little different, don't they? I wonder where that is. Multiply. I'm in the same mode here. This one's a little dark for me. Let's bring that down. It might be because my fills, that's fills 100%. That looks good. Okay, we'll just do that for now. So I can go ahead and save this template under my, we'll do this as Graphy Go Book Stats Spread. And I'm going to make that, I just name things really explanatory so I know exactly what it is. So instead of saving that in my client backup, I'm going to save this under my studio backup so that I can use it in the future with other things. So lab and order forms, we're going to go into Graphy, press save, and OK. So then when I close this out and go back to ProSelect, I can create another template here that would be in that realm here. Jewel images, we're going to add it as a composite template. So we're going to again go book Graphy 12 by 8 stats spread. Okay, and then I'm going to do composite type, fixed size, overlay image, import. There it is. I'm going faster than my computer. Come on. In the meantime, we have some questions. And my computer is frozen. It won't move. Someone said, is the turnaround time pretty good with Graphy? Oh, yeah. Like, it's coming from Italy, and I can get stuff in under 2 weeks, under a week. I think it just depends on the product. Some things are faster than others with the customization level. But, you know, I've thought, some things come really quickly from certain labs, like Miller's turns things around really fast. But I've also come to the conclusion that I don't really need that. My clients aren't um, super obsessed with that. So, not something that I've been crazy worried about, if that makes sense. So thank you for the question. It's a great question. I It's a little bit longer than like Miller's, but again, I'm switching from Miller's to Graphy, and I've been using Miller's for a long time. Great company, fantastic company. They've been very good to me. I'm just getting to the point where I really, really want to up level my brand. And Graphy's prices have proven to be extremely good in terms of up leveling my brand, but not increasing my cost of goods that much. And to me, it was worth the switch and the creativity of the products and the uniqueness of the products has become a big deciding factor for me in the last few years. So, hence the reason I'm switching over. But the options, there's a lot of options with Graphy. So I've been having to, and at first, when you first log in, it can be a little overwhelming. So I really sat down and went, okay, edit out, limit, create the hierarchy. That's what's most important. So someone said, sorry, I came in a little late. How would you add footprints? Or are they just generic and are not the actual baby's footprints? No, these are Annadele's footprints. And I can show you how to do that in a minute here because it's really fun and it's very creative. And again, it adds that uniqueness and that up leveling of your images. So let's see if I can go back to if my computer has decided to. There we go. Go ahead and load that in. See if it can. I have to give it a minute. I think it's just because I'm broadcasting out live, and so it's the bandwidth is a strong. My computer's on the struggle bus. Let's put it that way. Okay, there we go. And then I just need to get that side. How big is it again? Oh, hang on. It is 1 second here. Go back to Pro Select. Oh, what is it? It's 12 by 8. So what is that sizing? Let me just look at the graphy dimensions here. Go book. It is 22.91. So we go 22.91. Apply changes and then make my image fit that hole. Save changes and voila. Now I can use that template. Where is it again? Under Jewel Images. There we go. Oh, hang on. I forgot to put double type. 1 second. Go back to my templates. Here, I forgot to make it a double spread. It is a double spread. Save changes. Close. Okay, so now I can put this up here. Let me press my Option key so it just replaces it. And voila, there is the spread. It looks like I might have done it a little incorrectly just because it stretched it out a little bit. I will fix that later. But you can see how I can use that spread any way I want. But I will fix that so that it'll work. But now I can use this template with any other person who comes in my studio. Now, granted, it'll say Annadele James Bainey, but at least they can get a feel for it. So how to put the footprints in. I knew everyone was going to ask me that. So I'm going to go back to the client's thing here. And what they did is they gave me the footprints. They actually gave me 2 different copies of it, but I scanned them all. And you can see here that these are her footprints. Let's go ahead and rotate it so you guys can. So what I did was I just used my little, Canon scanner. It's just a standard office scanner. And these are her little footprints. Okay, so what I do to get them off the page so I can use them for a client's album is I first just crop them down. And then I make sure that they are in a 300 DPI. So yes, they were scanned in at 300 DPI. That's the most important part, okay? My album page is also 300 DPI. So to get them off the page, what I would do is select color range, and I'm going to select the white. Okay, so you can see I just popped my white here. And another way to do this to make it easier and more obvious is to first add a curves layer. Go back to Photoshop. Is to add a curves layer here. So I will add a curves layer and really bring the blacks down and the whites up. Not so much that I blow out the footprints, but I just really want to make some high contrast there. And then I will select color range and pick my white. And from here, I select my fuzziness, and you can see how it's trying to select more black, but I don't want the background. I just want the footprints. So I'm going to do it right about there. Press OK. I didn't do it on the right layer. Hang on. Command, pick that. Let's do that again because I want to make sure that you guys understand what's going on here. So go ahead and smash your layer. Once you do that, once you put that curves layer in, then do select color range. Select the color range, put your fuzziness slider so you lose the white background so it's as white as possible back here, but not too that you lose too much footprint. Press OK. You can see I still see how it's trying to select these little dots here. So I'm going to go ahead and do it again and make my fuzziness go even more. Now I'll press OK, and you can see I don't have any white selected. So from here, I'm just going to delete the white background. And so to do that, I have to unlock my background layer, so it'll let me do that. And then I just press the delete key and press my Command D to deselect, and you can see my footprints. Oh, hang on. My footprints have been removed from the background, okay? So to put them on an image, so let me go ahead and grab an image here. Let's just grab this one. So to put them on an album spread, you simply open up your file of your album spread, go back to your extracted footprints, and in the Move tool, just take them and pop them up over here. Wait a second, and then just drag and drop them down here. Now, what you'll notice is I don't change the size of them because since this document is 300 dpi and the footprints are 300 dpi, these are her exact size footprints on this spread. Now, you see how there's some white behind them a little bit? All you have to do is put the footprints in multiply mode, and you will get rid of that white back there, the gray shadowing. And from there, you can just reduce the opacity. From here, you can double click on them to change the color. So say, for example, you want them to kind of match her skin tone or to be a pink tone because the album's going to be pink, however you like. You can change that here and then, of course, adjust the opacity of the layer over here in the layers palette. But by simply putting them in overlay in multiply mode, or for that matter, you can also try overlay mode, which can be really nice too. That'll give you the footprints without the white fogginess in the background. Make sense? Hopefully that answers your question about the footprints. But I can't tell you how amazing it's been to, as far as my hierarchy goes in my albums, to put things like footprints, birth statistics, things like quotes and stuff in the albums. And I only reserve that for my top albums. So that way there is a hierarchy and the clients go, oh, not only is this album more beautiful and more luxurious, but it has more design to it, more customization. And so like with my top albums with, non-baby, so like a kid's album or a family album, I will put in things that are customized, like more than one image per page. On a lot of these, I'll put in quotes. I'll put in things the kids say. So parents love this. So like Miles, he always says, baby brother, I have a great idea. Last night when I was a baby, he's like 4 or 5 years old. You know how the kids like have no sense of time? So he'll say, Mommy, last night when I was a baby, when he's 4, can we send baby brother back to the storks? He says that all the time. And, these are such unique things to the child. And so I think that that's a great way to, again, customize and add hierarchy to your albums. This little boy's name is Truth. They call him Diggum, our little fat guy. They call him the boss of the family. He just started crawling, so crawling 5 step success. There's loves to have conversations with himself. Even though he's not saying specific things right now because he was only 10 months old when we shot this, he still has a personality. And by asking your client these little things about the child, again, you add that layer of customization to the book or album that really makes it worth the investment. This album is $1,600 in my studio. And so now it's going to get replaced with the Young Book at Graphy Studio. And I'm so excited because there's even more levels of customization with the Young Book. You can put the DVD slideshow up inside the cover of the box. You can do crystal covers on the box. You can do, I want to put like on the inside of the box, so the box like flips open and you can put anything you want on the inside of the box. That's where I want to put baby statistics and his or her footprints. Then you can do like the gold raised foil on the top of the box. There's so many options. And so thinking through that and deciding what's branded for my studio and of course what my clients will like, what fits my kind of modern West Coast style is important to me. And then, but keeping it still in the theme of a baby book or a kid's book or a family book, etc. So that's my big project right now is designing these albums and thinking through to get my samples. And I know this is overwhelming. It's a lot of money to invest in samples, but it's so worth it. I look at samples as an investment in your studio because when my clients touch and feel and open this stuff, they're going to be blown away and it's going to make them enticed to want to spend more and do more. So that has been my project today. I'm sorry we couldn't do marketing vignettes today because I didn't have anyone to help me. One man ship over here. But yeah, I still felt like showing you albums and how to think through those different things. And of course, we're going to be doing this a ton in the upcoming challenge November 2nd through 7th. It's called 5 Days to a Perfected Product Line. We're going to be going through all these kinds of things for not only albums, but also for wall art and boutique items and things like mini sessions have a different product line, specialty product lines. What about doing like limited edition sessions where a certain product is only available with that type of shoot? Then you're really starting to differentiate and upscale what you do to create products that are incredibly unique. Research and development when it comes to products is something all major companies do. And we as photographers need to recognize that our images are not just our product. They really aren't. There's so many more layers to it and so many more ways that we can stand out by simply taking our image and putting it to the next level for our clients. That's what really it's all about. Okay. All right, you guys. So love this 25 days of design. Thanks for joining me today. I don't think I have any more questions at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and head off to lunch and my Cobb salad. And if you have any questions, go ahead and post into the thread here on the live, and I'll get back to you. Oh, it looks like Lorena has a question. She goes, "Is it the 5K? Wait, is the 5K it a cohort program?" You know what, Lorena? I'm not quite sure what you're asking me. Can you ask that again? Is the 5K it a cohort program? I don't know, Lorena. If you can clarify, I'm not quite sure what you're asking about. So if you could clarify that, I'd be happy to answer if I can. If not, I can probably try to find an answer for you. So anyway, okay, you guys. Well, again, thank you for joining us on the 25 Days of Design. Don't forget to sign up for the Perfected Product Line Challenge, where we're going to go through all of this for your own studio. Oh, duh. 5K. I love that you say 5K. I thought you meant, she goes, the 5 Carat Collective. Yes, I thought you meant 5K as in $5,000. I'm so sorry. I totally read that wrong. No, it's my bad, Lorena. You're fine. No, you're totally fine. My 5K Collective is cohort program. It is a membership. Yes, it's $39 a month. We'll be opening registration for that November 9th. And it is a mastermind, an online mastermind. We meet at least once a week to talk about all kinds of things. There's core content on marketing, sales, and systems inside the collective, as well as a whole community that's away from Facebook. We have over 300 members right now, and everybody gets in there and talks about stuff. It's a very positive community. You see every single post because it's not being controlled by Facebook, what you can and can't see. And of course, members get together and have accountability challenges between each other. People get on live. I'm there every single day. And I'm on live at least once a week with my students where we have coffee club, we have wine night, we have social nights. It's just a really positive place to not be so alone in entrepreneurship. And on top of that, there's some incredible education inside there, not only from me, but from others, from guest instructors. And it's just an incredible community of people from all levels, from super advanced people who are making $500,000 a year in their business to others who are, just starting out. And most people are kind of in that middle to upper level of business where they've been in business for a few years and they're really just trying to scale up and be different in their communities. And so many people have an incredible success, not only in the business part of it and, breaking that six-figure mark over and over again every year, but also in their imagery, competition, vendor partnerships. I mean, and then it's just so amazing. The rewards are just amazing to see what 5cc members are accomplishing in just one short year that we've been around. So yeah, it's really cool. So Becky says, so much info in 5cc, Lorena. Almost a year old and it just keeps getting better. Thank you, Becky. Becky is one of my very well-known and familiar members and has actually become a good friend. She's coming out to see me here in about a week. I can't wait to see you, Becky. It's going to be so much fun. But Becky started as a 5cc member last November, and I barely knew her at that point. And now she's become just a really beautiful friend. So thanks, you guys, so much. Lisa Cruz says that was nice. Cute idea, Julia Kelleher. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Liz. And yeah, I will see you guys all tomorrow for another episode of 25 Days of Design. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Please post and tell me what you think. And if there's topics you want me to cover, by all means, post those too, because nothing is off limits. Go sign up for the Perfected Product Line Challenge as well. Okay? Can't wait to see you guys and help your businesses just make 2020 kick to the curb, man. 2020, ooh, get away. 2021, let's move on and make things happen. Okay? Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.